Today I'm going to be talking to you with Medicare Enrollment Lessons, really for folks that are turning 65. And you're eligible for Medicare on the first of the month that you're turning 65. So if your 65th birthday is coming up, you've got all these decisions and possibly the need for this consulting right in front of you. So the first thing we're going to talk about is signing up for Part A. Is if you're already on Social Security, if you're already collecting your check, many times they're just going to send you your Medicare card and sign you up by now. Most folks are not getting their Social Security check at this age yet, and so you're going to need to call Medicare and Medicare.gov and sign up for Part A, and there's no cost for Part A. So whether you need Medicare or not, if you're eligible, you're probably going to want to sign up for Part A. Where the difficulty can come in and the question mark of whether you want to sign up now for Medicare Part B comes with whether you have other group insurance or group insurance options, either through your spouse or your own employment. And just because you do doesn't mean you don't want to sign up for Medicare Part B, because if you're paying a lot for that health insurance, you may want to dump that health insurance and get on Medicare. But you're really going to need to make a decision about this, because if you're going to continue relying on that health insurance, you're going to want to skip or delay signing up for Medicare Part B. And it's important that you get this right, because Part B, there's penalties if you get it wrong, and they're lifetime penalties. Now Part C is really sometimes referred to as Medicare Advantage, and that you can't even get on Part C unless you've already signed up for A and B. And you're going to get your Part C, if that's the direction you want to go, from somebody like me or directly at the plan. And you're going to have an out-of-pocket cost for that of like $0 to $100 a month. You're going to have deductibles and co-payments, but the biggest detractor from Part C is you're going to be required to go to their in-network doctors and hospitals. And they have out-of-network provisions, but this is a trouble spot potentially within a Medicare Advantage plan. Now Part D is your drug plan, and you got to sign up for that too. And you can sign up with somebody like me or directly with the plan. That's going to cost you about $15 to $50 a month, and you're going to have deductibles and co-payments. And if you don't do that, you're not going to have drug coverage. And furthermore, even if you don't need drug coverage, if you delay and you don't sign up at the right time, you could face some penalties. So when you go through this whole thing, I just really don't want people to take this lightly, because people fall in different situations and different requirements, and if you make a mistake here, the penalties are costly. Now, we're in the insurance business and the advising business, or the financial advising business, and in the insurance business, we're required, as is every other insurance agent, to get you a copy of this booklet here that comes out from the National Association of Insurance Commissioners that advises you of all that. 60-some pages long, and what I've done is I've written a couple books about this, and you can find information about them at our website. And I used this booklet by the government to write my chapters for the book. Now, so where does all that leave me? So if you have no group insurance and you need Medicare, and that's a good thing, you're going to want to sign up for Part A, Part B, and then once you have that, you're going to need to sign up for a Part D plan or a Part C plan that includes a D plan. And then, once you're there, then you're going to need to look at a supplemental policy, or a policy that's going to pay for the gaps in Medicare. So, and what that's called is Medicare supplement insurance. So, as you can see, this gets a little bit confusing, especially when you have a fast-talking insurance salesman on the line. I'll try not to be that guy. Now, you can only get Medicare supplement insurance if you're on original Medicare, which is Part A and Part B. And what the supplement does is it supplements the gaps in this. If you go with a Part C plan, the big reason for going with that is you would have a low monthly premium. You can't buy one of these Medicare supplement insurance. People get confused about all of this stuff. So if you're turning 65, you really need consulting in all this, and you need to understand all this before you start purchasing this. And a lot of folks are just going to jump right in and sell you one of these plans without a good understanding of the whole thing under this. Now, this open enrollment period is very important to understand, because within 6 months of when you sign up for Part B, all the insurance companies in your state that offer a plan are required to take you on any plan that you want at a standard rate with no health questions. I mean, we've had people on kidney dialysis, people that had cancer. We have all kinds of examples, and they're just shocked to learn, you mean I can enroll in this supplemental insurance and pick the company that I want and no health questions? That's exactly true, and there's no pre-existing conditions limitation either. So it's very important to understand this, and this is going to have an expiration date, so you need to take advantage of this during this window. Okay, and so what a Medicare supplement does is it just pays the deductibles, co-payments, 20% charges, excess charges. It just fills the gaps that are created by Medicare Part A and Part B. And I'm going to tell you that people that have these two parts and a supplement, they're very happy with their coverage. You can choose your own doctors and hospitals who accept Medicare. So when you're on A and B and a supplement, what you're really going to love is it travels well. If you want to go to some other part of the country, or you have some serious illness and you want to go to specialists, you want to go to a research hospital, this combination travels much better than this does. That's not to say this won't travel, but you're going to be real happy with this whole combination. Now, once you've made the decision that you're on A, on B, and you want to purchase a supplement, now you've got choices wider than just the F plan or the G plan, but most of our customers enroll in one of these two plans. And the reason for that is the Plan F, which is the same with every single insurance company. The Plan F is the most comprehensive coverage. It's also the most popular. The Plan G is very close to the Plan F, and it's the best value, really. It eliminates one deductible that it doesn't cover, but the premium savings from that is pretty substantial. So a lot of people just coming into Medicare are going with this. So for the purposes of simplification, we're just going to talk about these two plans, even though there's many others. The thing I want you to understand is the government dictates the benefits, and they're laid out, and the F plan and the G plan, they're exactly the same with every single company. Now, and this is a piece that a lot of consumers just really are not made aware of. Now, as an example, when you're turning 65, a Plan F, which is the most comprehensive coverage, is going to be at a low of about $120 a month to a high of about $250 a month. But there's 50 companies up and down this continuum. So what is just shocking to me is the benefits are exactly the same on the $250 a month policy as they are on the $120 a month policy. So it's very important that you look at several options and you really identify what is the least expensive plan or one of the most least expensive, and we can do that for you. We are independent agents. We represent most of the companies up and down the list. And then the G plan, so I just have this here for illustrating purposes. Now, if you want to follow up on this, this is not a complete explanation. I don't want you taking this video and relying on this and then making your decisions. This is really to just discuss some of the points. What you really need, and I think that people need coming on to Medicare, is a consulting. And we provide all this consulting to people that are interested in doing business with us or possibly doing business with us for their Medicare insurance. We can be reached at cardinalguide.com/Medicare. We've got our phone number. We work in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. And the quickest way to get information, if you'll just push that button, get quote down there, we'll follow right